So we're continuing the grocery store herb tea talk. We are now on dill. My dill's in the cupboard. I forgot to bring it out. Anyways, dill is about protection, and you can even keep a little bit in a bag above your door, and it will help promote protection. It's also really good on fish. Ginger. Now, I don't have any ginger, like fresh ginger on me right now, except for a little piece that's in my freezer that I'm saving for a veggie stock. But I do have this ginger peach tea right here. And ginger is used to manifest money. And jasmine. I have jasmine essential oil, but it's not something that's easy to find. And even this jasmine green tea that I bought, it's not really entirely easy to find either. Again, it's kind of a mix here, and I did have to go to a specialty grocery store for it. But I feel like most grocery stores would have some kind of a jasmine green tea. And jasmine is for spiritual love, and it smells fantastic. The next thing is lemongrass, which I don't have and I don't cook with, but you can find it at the grocery store. It can ward off nightmares and negative energy. I do have a little bottle of essential oil of lemongrass, and it really smells so good. And I have used it for like foot soaks and things like that before to help ward off negative energy. Saffron is also another spice that you can find. I never bought saffron before or cooked with it or anything or did anything spiritual with it because it's really expensive, but it is an option out there. Maybe you already have some saffron, and it is something you can find at the grocery store, and it's for love. The saffron is to manifest love. Now, St. John's wort is something that I have seen at the pharmacy. And it was said that St. John's wort would be gathered at midsummer and be thrown into the fire to help ward off mental illness. Now, there is a lot of science saying that, St. John's wort is good for treatment of depression. Again, I'm not a doctor, a pharmacist, or an herbologist or whatever. I don't have the authority to say that, but I just know that there are medicinal properties of that herb. It said that you can put some St. John's wort under your pillow if you are single, and you will dream of your future spouse. So that's interesting. Time. Well, this is all the time I have left. You could say I'm running out of time. Yeah, I did have some fresh time over the winter, or late fall rather, and it was wonderful. I made a tea out of what I had left over, and it was fantastic. But this is all I have right now, is the powdered form. And thyme is just for good health, and that's what I used it for. Just my intentions to get over that really long cold that everyone had last winter. Another thing I don't have right now, but you can get at the grocery store, is vanilla. Apparently, if you put a vanilla bean in a bowl of sugar, which I'm going to start doing probably, I don't know, next time I go to the grocery store, it can bring love and warmth to your home. And as a hearth witch and a kitchen witch, or whatever you want to call me, that is something that I really want to do. So, vanilla. Cinnamon. Cinnamon is something I don't use as much as I used to, so I only have a tiny bag right here. So cinnamon is used for purification, spiritual growth, and promotes dreams and success with your career. So if you're a student, I would say stock up on some cinnamon if you'll need it. Next is coriander. Where is the coriander in this pile? Here it is. Um, Coriander is something I remember years ago. I would use the seeds, and they were fantastic. I would put it in like a carrot and coriander soup, and it was delicious. I used it for so many things, but I can only find the powdered stuff now. I can't find the seeds anywhere. So coriander is good for creating love and passion. There is a love spell that I did back a while ago on like to make a massage oil, and I believe I used coriander. I can't quite remember. So yeah, that's coriander. Next is, where are you? Cumin. All right, maybe I didn't bring out the cumin, but I just have the powdered form. Personally, next time I would probably buy the seeds. I didn't know it was a thing. But yeah, cumin is good for protection. And also I have an onion. Onions are good for getting rid of negative energies, and they also help purify. Whenever I cut an onion, whether I'm doing anything spiritual or I'm just cooking, I always think about Hecate, and I'll probably because onions and garlic go together. So I'm always very mindful of, the getting rid of negative things in my life so I can think clearer. So yeah, onions gets rid of negativity, and I always think about it when I cut my onion. Okay, so the last one I want to talk about is actually this plant right here, which is oregano. Oh, it smells just amazing. I bought this at the grocery store. Sometimes grocery store do have some herbs, like you can probably get a basil plant, rosemary, sometimes oregano, thyme. I just happen to have the oregano, and of course I need to kind of go through and prune it a little bit more. But anyways, yeah, it's a good plant. It when I was reading about this plant, it really, like, I really started to understand it and appreciate oregano more. I think that, we sort of look at, some of those harder to find herbs like mugwort and, I don't know, whatever else, as being special and, mysterious and, more magical than the everyday, common herbs that people can find. The interesting thing about oregano is that it is for joy. It can help deepen an existing love, and it teaches us to also let go. So the video was cut off because I received a phone call from work. They're always calling me. So I am going to make a separate video about oregano because I have a little bit more that I want to say about it. So this completes the grocery store herb video. I hope that you got a lot out of it and that you see common herbs in a different light now. And now that you know a little bit more about what spiritual purposes they have, maybe you may give some of these a try in your next spell. Thanks for watching.